Genesis Signature event has been extended. Get $1,000 on the GV60, exclusively at your local Genesis retailer.
Beautiful Monterey County is one of California's largest premium wine regions, and you can taste our award-winning wines in Carmel by the Sea, where you'll meet our winemakers and stroll your way to 18 friendly wine tasting rooms. Plus, you'll discover 60 inspiring restaurants around every corner. From the moment you arrive, it's all within walking distance. Plan your Carmel by the Glass getaway and visit Carmel by the Sea now.
Adventure begins at your local Jeep SUV dealer with the most awarded SUV brand.
During Jeep Adventure Days, get $11,000 in lease support on the 2024 Jeep Wrangler Sahara 4xE. Visit Jeep.com for details.
Right now at 5:30, the writer's strike may be over, but the aftershock to those 5 months on the picket lines are still crushing local business owners. The people who depend on Hollywood, they're still hurting.
That's right. And they say it will take a long time to recover. NBC4's Ted Shen joins us live from Mid-Wilshire. Ted.
Michael, Annabelle, a lot of people, a lot of writers will be celebrating the end of the strike here at a brewery in Mid-Wilshire tonight. But as you mentioned, many who depend on Hollywood feel like they are still in the middle of the strike and still suffering the worst effects of it.
Everything is not instantly better and instantly okay.
History for Hire Prop House in North Hollywood, where you can find just about anything you might need for a movie, isn't celebrating just yet, despite the end of a writer's strike that triggered 5 layoffs and cost it $150,000 a month.
It's not going to change anything for us for the rest of the year. I don't expect there to be a huge uptick in business and people walk in and go, here's my script, let's start working on the show.
Owner Pam Elye says businesses like hers that depend on Hollywood will be waiting months for productions to resume. They also have to wait for striking SAG-AFTRA actors to come to their own agreement with studios and streamers. Until then, they're still in emergency mode, having just started a state program where workers like Remy De La Mora can work part-time and still get unemployment benefits.
You tighten, but you get to a point where it's like, there's nothing left to tighten.
De La Mora says he's not celebrating yet either. Elye says it's not until there's an actor's contract and 2 more union contracts are renewed next year that they'll feel confident about slowly getting back to normal.
It's almost like if you have cancer and then you have chemotherapy, and the chemotherapy cures this cancer, but now you have to recover from the chemotherapy.
We're all just ready to get back to work doing what we love, you know?
The History for Hire Prop House believes things won't really start getting back to normal until at least the beginning of summer. Reporting live from Mid-Wilshire, Ted Chen, NBC4 News. Michael, Annabelle, back to you.
All right, Ted, thank you. A nasty accident in Pasadena this morning. A metro train slammed into a car at Raymond Avenue and California Boulevard. That damage was so severe the woman driving that car needed to be extricated and taken to a hospital about a mile away. We spoke to a man who heard the accident and quickly rushed to help that woman inside of that car.
This poor lady was in the car, so I jumped through the fence, checked over her, checked her vitals, see how she was doing, kept talking to her, made sure that I checked all of her body, make sure that she was not bleeding anywhere, and then as soon as the paramedic came in, we just handed over to them.
None of the 100 passengers on board the train were injured, but the operator was taken to a hospital to be checked out.
Firefighters, meantime, discovered a marijuana grow operation during a house fire in Northridge. It happened along Tupper Street near Nordhoff and Balboa Boulevard. Crews knocked out the flames in about half an hour. No one was hurt and no word on the cause of the fire. The LAPD has taken over the investigation into the marijuana grow.
Well, if it feels like we're paying more at the pump, that's because we are. LA County gas prices are up again for the 22nd time in 24 days, and I'm sure you have some idea what drivers are talking about.
I have family that goes to work in Palmdale and all that, and they be wasting like 150, almost $200 in the full tank gas. And I'm just like, dang.
I mean, you have to make sacrifices because you need gas to get to work. I'm a principal. I need to get to work. I need to get to my kids.
In LA County, the average price has shot up 89 cents over the past 24 days to about $6.29 a gallon. It's not much better in Orange and Ventura counties, where it's at $6.27 a gallon. Riverside and San Bernardino counties are the lowest at $6.14.
Well, pretty soon we might see fewer broken down bus shelters across Los Angeles, and that's after the city council approved a 30